no to people kind of sucks. I know, I hate disappointing people. And sometimes I'm scared of what their reaction might be. So here are 3 things to remember that'll make saying no a little easier. Hi, my name's Keeley. I'm a Cuddle Therapist and a boundaries and consent educator. First thing to remember is every no is a yes to something else. So find out what you're saying yes to when you say no. An example of that could be if someone asks you to help them move and you've already planned a self-care day, the thing you're saying yes to by saying no to them is to yourself. The second thing to remember is no is useful information. Give the other person the information that they need to successfully navigate their world. If I'm walking down the street going the wrong way and I ask you if I'm going north, do you feel bad about telling me no? No, you're giving me the information I need to successfully navigate my world. It's the same with interpersonal relationships. Third thing to remember is that even if someone is disappointed, they'll be okay. Their disappointment is theirs to own. It is not your responsibility to take care of. So what does setting boundaries feel like in your body? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this might be a good video for you. By the way, my name is Keeley and I'm a Cuddle Therapist. Whenever you set a boundary or say no, what feelings or sensations do you notice? Does your heart race? Does your face get hot or flushed? Do your shoulders tense up? Do you clench your jaw? When you can notice what happens in your body, it becomes more familiar. And then when you are having to set boundaries in the future, you're more prepared for what might happen. The more you can identify and notice what those physiological reactions are, the less off guard they'll catch you. And the more you'll be able to navigate them, the less disorienting they will be. When you have that kind of awareness over your body, you can set more healthy boundaries. You can say no in important moments and have that kind of empowerment. I'm sorry in advance for this. Y'all are gonna hate me for saying this, but it's absolutely true. The feeling resentment, yeah, that's not an indicator that anyone else is doing anything wrong. More often, resentment is an indicator that you aren't taking care of yourself well. It most often breaks down like this. You either resent someone for doing something that you wish you had permission to do, so give yourself permission to do it. Or you resent someone because you aren't setting a boundary that you don't think you're allowed to set. Set the boundary to protect your energy and to protect your well-being. It's so easy to feel like resentment is someone else's fault or problem, but it's not. It's a really good moment for us to check in and see what we're not giving ourselves permission to do or boundaries that we're not setting. And I still feel resentment, but that's what I get from that moment. I can follow for more. Here's a question you might not have ever been asked before. Hey, my name's Keeley and I'm a Cuddle Therapist. Do you trust yourself? Most often when we talk about trust, we talk about it in how it relates to other people. Is someone else trustworthy? Are you able to easily trust others? But sometimes trust has to start with you being able to trust yourself. Now, what does that look like? Well, one way it can look is knowing that you will hold your boundaries. When you communicate to the people in your life that something isn't okay with you, and then they do that thing, what do? Do you avoid the conflict, not say anything, and just try to get over it? Or do you give a voice to the part of you that was violated and communicate when things aren't okay? How other people respond to that is a whole other video, but you advocating for yourself and your needs, that builds trust.